funding for beginning a business. Right here, right now, it's harder for people to find the capital usually that they need to start up a business. I wanted to give them advice and then also share with us your experience in capitalizing businesses back where you're from. How is it different?
I think everywhere is quite hard.
Okay.
You can't easily walk into the bank and ask them for a loan, but you need to start from somewhere.
Yes.
The way we started, I think we needed, for the variety store, we needed quite a lot of money, probably up to $600,000 plus. And to accomplish that, we had to start with friends.
Yes.
Friends, they are a very big asset. If you really have genuine friends, and if you are a genuine friend,
yes,
sometimes relatives, but in Canada, right now, the only relative I have is my wife. So it is the same pool of people.
Yes.
But the friends really played a very important role.
Okay.
Because they believed in us.
Okay.
Having worked with them over time, these are some of the friends that I met actually in Canada.
Okay.
But still Ugandans, some are Canadian, white people, that you go to and speak to them and I say, I want to do this, how can you help me?
Yes.
So I always believe that you can't get, if you don't ask, you can't get it.
Yes.
So you go and ask, and we're able to raise all the money that we needed,
okay.
and we're able to buy the business. After buying the business, today we are no longer requiring friends to come.
Okay.
My bank is always at the door. Can we do anything? Can we do this? Because it was a very good start.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now that you talk about the bank, how you manage your debt management is a very important aspect in business. And I think it's taken so many people down under, and it has helped some more people to thrive. Teach us some lessons on debt management.
I remember I didn't have any plan. You get your money. The first time we made profit in fish, I think we made 300,000
okay.
in 3 days. I went with a boat in the island. I came back with 7 tons of fish.
Yes.
We lost almost 800 kilos, but we managed to get a profit.
Yes.
If we were able to sell the 800 kilos at 2,700, that would have been a lot of money in profit. But we lost. But our first money, we went to celebrate. We celebrated with my brother and his wife. We went to the best hotel and said, nope, we have nested for a long time. It's now time to party. We ate it, honestly, to just thank ourselves for that. And also thank God.
Okay.
I believe in paying tithe. so we ate it, and after paying our tithe, half tithe, and then the other one to benefit us.
Okay.
From that day, we just went. But comparing the two, I think we had so many goals. Yes. We started making very good money, and then we started growing big and big and big and excited. And one thing I learned from that is business doesn't need excitement.
Okay.
Today you ask us how we did in probably in fish, or what I did in fish was, yes. I can't show you anything.
Oh.
Because the money I knew was just coming, and being a young guy, we had the money, you splash it around, you give to friends, you do this. It was a comfortable life, really. Okay. And I won't regret, but I learned one thing, that to be calm. To be calm.
Yes.
And I think I also think my wife has played a big role. I get the calmness from her. She tries to put me back in place. Yes. Okay, you're not in heaven, you're still on earth. Yes. Take it easy. Yes. Sometimes I want to jump because that's me. I'm like, oh, well, let's throw this money to it and it will disappear. But yes. She's like, no, let's think.
Okay.
So back to debt management.
Yes.
We have learned the hard way. But how I've learned, I'm one person, if I take your money, I want to pay it back. And I planned in my business that even if I get 1 million Uganda shillings, and my salary is 200,000, that's my salary. The rest of the money is not my money. It's business money. I have nothing to do with my business. I'm a worker in there, even if I'm a director. That's why if there is money on the account, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the business. So they're completely two separate things,
Okay.
which is also a very good benefit in accounting. The accountant will tell you, no, this is not your money. Like, dude, if this business went to solvency, it's me who is responsible. It's like, no,
Yes.
this is not your money.
Okay.
It's been quite hard for me to understand that, even in class.
Yeah.
But now I've understood it better, that if I'm a business person, I need a salary. Sometimes you don't have the salary because all other workers need the money.
Yes.
So you pay them off, but at the same time you get back to you and you're like, what am I going to do? You also have bills to pay.
Yes.
Then I have to borrow
Yes.
instead of straining my business.
Oh.
So that way it has helped me to learn to manage debt, especially for the business, through managing my personal debt.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then it brings me to yet another aspect on planning the growth of the business and how much more you have to invest in to ensure that the business keeps on growing. You talked about your wife helping you to calm down and removing the excitement. How do you then plan together the levels the business is going to go through in growth?
I have one of my best friend, a childhood friend.
Yes.
We live together there. I decided to say I can make every decision for my business, but I realize if I have a group of people, my think tank,
Yes.
much as they don't understand my business, they will probably point out the bottlenecks that I may find along the way.
Yes.
And thankfully, he's an accountant.
Okay.
He takes care of my taxes,
Yes.
but I do the bookkeeping and everything else, so he just does the final stuff.
Yes.
Now, he always comes to me and says, you need to invest in this, you need to invest in that. The challenge of some of the businesses, I don't just want to bring items that are going to sit on the shelves.
Okay.
And then thankfully in Canada, we do things separately, differently.
Yes.
For example, every week I have suppliers coming, so I have less shelf time or life for the products. Instead of throwing away products at the end of the month or at the end of the season, they bring things every week.
Okay.
Everything I need in the week, I know how much I have to sell of this week, and then they'll just add on that.
Okay.
But the biggest challenge is for us to just go ahead and just bring things, hoping the customer will come. I think about the customer before I invest in something. That has saved us to look for money that we don't need, and probably even incur losses along the way. It's a little bit structured that you can study your market space
Yes.
and plan within that.
Okay.
I have a lot of things that I can put in. The money is there to spend, but like, why should I spend, for example, in a new, probably a huge freezer
Yes.
to bring in products which I'm going to sell at a premium, and yet there are other superstores around the area that are selling that.
Okay.
So sometimes it's a win-win,
Yes.
but to me, I don't just invest in something until I'm very sure that even if I have 2 customers,
Yes.
it's time to go. Then I'll just limit the quantity for those 2.
Okay, I get that. Absolutely amazing. Then that brings me to the bookkeeping. Many of us as businesses here in Africa and in Uganda have had challenges with proper bookkeeping. And this relates to the taxes, it relates to the profitability, to be able to understand that your business is actually profitable. How differently are you doing that, and what can we learn from you?
Actually, that's very important, especially paying taxes.
Yes.
We have to learn as a nation, Uganda, that taxes are part of the way government works.
Yes.
That every business person, to be a successful business person,
Yes.
show us your taxes.
Yes.
Show us how much tax you're paying.
Yes.
Yes, you may have a lot of money, but if you're not paying your taxes, shut up. Literally, shut up. Why do I use the word shut up, as rude as it is?
Yes.
Because you're not a business person, you're a con man. Because, and however much I may want to dodge taxes, probably I'll talk about Uganda. I realize the tax system hasn't been well advertised, even spoken about by the government, I think. They need to do a lot of sensitization, a lot. What are the benefits from taxes?
Yes.
It doesn't matter where the money is being spent.
Yes.
But the challenge here is that when we do the tax, I believe that our business thrive, and we have better roads. So paying tax has exposed me to other rebates.
Yes.
I have other friends who do business. My brother is still working, but and the wife, but still doing lots of business.
Okay.
And one thing that has saved them from the wrath of URA is the fact they have been doing very good bookkeeping.
Yes.
We have many business people out there who are paying more taxes than they're supposed to pay.
Okay.
You can imagine a person running 7 retail shops with very good bookkeeping record and is ending up paying 100,000. And then their counterparts paying 800,000. So good bookkeeping saves you a hassle of just thinking, how much have I spent here?
Yes.
And then you're going to give the taxman the opportunity to penalize you because they'll just come and they're also going to speculate the way you speculate. Oh, I don't know how much, I think I spent this, I spent that. Good bookkeeping comes with actual records.
Yes.
You keep every receipt,
Yes.
you keep every penny you've spent,
Yes.
and it has to be traced. They have to be traced back. And you realize that sometimes the taxes you have paid and the expenses you're doing are going to lower your taxes, and you'll have fun paying tax. And I always talk to every Ugandan friend of mine that has a business,
Yes.
please do good bookkeeping. And the beautiful thing out there, we have many students who have done accounting.
Yes.
These are the guys that you need to engage in business. These are the guys you need to give part of your money, run your books, run them well,
Yes.
and it will be a joy. You speak with pride. Oh, I pay taxes, I'm a taxpayer. So that confidence.
Yes.
But when we started in Fish, I don't remember us paying any taxes at all. At all.
Okay, now, our viewers, our guest today is challenging us to pay our taxes. Keep good bookkeeping will help us to pay the right taxes and not actually get overcharged.
Yes.
I know this is a hard one for us, but it's a good lesson. Thank you very much, Joshua, for that. So now that you're talking about taxes, our argument as Ugandans usually is that, maybe we don't see where the taxes are going. Maybe the government is not making very good use of them, but that is not ours to decide.
No.
According to what you're saying, we need to do our part, pay the taxes, and let the government do their part.
Absolutely.
Thank you. A great lesson right there. So what shortcomings have you had in your business so far in a foreign land? What challenges have you faced?
Well, now the biggest challenge in the foreign land, you have people working hours.
Yes.
You have a schedule of every worker coming in.
Yes.
And then the last minute somebody says is not able to come. They have a right as employees
Yes.
to call in sick anytime at any minute.
Yeah.
The challenge is that sometimes I have a lot of things to do personally that I want to work on,
Yes.
but your feet is glued into emergency all the time. Anything can happen. So sometimes you're not able to explore more of your potential to go and do other things,
Okay.
because somebody will call in either sick or they just say, oh, I'm sorry, I need to stop now, I have to go. And if they go, they're going to close their business. So sometimes it makes you a little bit redundant in a way, but at the same time, try to think, should I get an employee on standby who has to be paid the money? So to me, that's one of the challenges that we have there, that most of the time, if you have a business, you become part of it. Whether you're working or not, you must, whether you're in the business working or there's someone there, normally I have 2 to 3 people for the shift. But at the same time, I'm the 4th person who is lurking around, either in my office at home, to doing all the paperwork, but with a hope that anything can happen. And the other part is that sometimes you have things that a customer wants that you can't give them. And then you're really thinking, should I just bring this because I have 2 customers?
Okay.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
And I think it's absolutely worth it because everything that I sell contributes to the overall profitability of that business. The third portion that I talk about is the cost. The cost of doing business abroad is so high, based on the standard of living that we have. That sometimes you're like, where is the profit? I don't see the profit. But I've learned in business that it's not about profit. It's about breaking even. If I put in $100 and I still have $100,
Yes.
We are going to celebrate.
Oh.
We will celebrate. Because it means I've taken
Yes.
care of all the other overhead costs.
Yes.
And I still have my money intact. I still have my money
You're
intact.
still safe.
Slowly by slowly, I believe maybe next time I'll have maybe $2 more
Okay.
on 100.
Okay.
And to me, that's very, very successful business.
So as long as you're breaking even, there is hope.
There is hope.
There's hope that profit
Yes.
will come.
Yes.
Absolutely interesting.